Hello everyone, and welcome to the Missouri School Boards Association's Board Report for the month of July. We thank you for the opportunity to share some news and information during a few minutes of your board meeting. We begin with the effort to expand early childhood education opportunities throughout the state. Numerous studies have demonstrated the considerable benefits of early childhood education, both to the individual child and to society in general. One of the strongest advocates of early childhood programs in the state is the director of the Missouri Department of Corrections, George Lombardi. He says research shows adults who have been exposed to quality early childhood education programs are 5 times less likely to have contact with the criminal justice system compared to those who did not have a preschool education experience. Lombardi tells MSBA the idea of providing early childhood education to all children should appeal to people across the political spectrum.
If you are worried about the children and you're concerned about the humanitarian aspect of things and you worry about their family, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that should be something that concerns you. On the other hand, if you're purely concerned about the fiscal aspect of saving money, not spending so much money on corrections, then that investment is wise, because if people don't come into the criminal justice system as a long-term result of their contact with quality early childhood education, then that saves enormous amounts of money, less taxes, money diverted to things that are much more important that you concern yourself with.
Lombardi spoke at a recent event sponsored by MSBA's foundation, Future Builders, and the Missouri Coalition for School Readiness. Future Builders has made early childhood education one of its major priorities. The public engagement process for the proposed school district accreditation standards, known as MSIP-5, continues this month with meetings of the 5 regional advisory committees charged with providing input on those standards. Those regional committees are made up of school board members, superintendents, teachers, principals, and many others. The proposed accreditation standards have been the subject of considerable discussion among school board members and educators. One of the major criticisms is that the standards put too much emphasis on preparing students for college at the expense of career and technical education. Commissioner of Education Chris Nicastro addressed that issue at MSBA's recent Leadership Summit in Columbia.
The point is that whether you're going into a technical field or you're going into a tour for your college, you have to have the same academic preparation and rigor. We have to have the same high expectations for all kids leaving our high school setting. They are all going to require those high levels of achievement that previously we've only expected of a few.
The MSIP-5 accreditation standards were approved for public comment by the State Board of Education earlier this year, but later were withdrawn at the request of several education organizations, including MSBA. Commissioner Nicastro says the work of the regional advisory committees will be completed by August 1st, and the State Board likely will vote on the proposed standards in either August or September. MSBA's new president is Vic Lenz, a member of the Lindbergh Board of Education in St. Louis County. Lenz assumed his new duties at the MSBA Leadership Summit last month. He told those attending the meeting, "It's more important than ever that school board members be strong advocates for public education."
Thomas Jefferson, 3rd President of the United States, believed that an educated citizenry is the basis of our democracy. In order to have an educated citizenry, we must have a strong system of public education. We must stand up to those who seem determined to destroy rather than build our system of public education.
Other new MSBA officers elected at the Delegate Assembly held in conjunction with the Leadership Summit are President-elect Jerry Lee of Springfield and Vice President Phil Hutchinson of Grain Valley. Dave Wright of the Blue Springs Board of Education becomes immediate past president. Registration is now open for the 2011 MSBA Annual Conference in cooperation with MASA. Remember, the dates have changed for that event. The annual conference will be held September 29th through October 2nd at the Lake of the Ozarks. Visit the MSBA website for details. That's it for this month's edition of the MSBA Board Report. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and so long from Columbia.